So my name is Rebecca Christ, and I'm 28, and I have pulmonary embolisms in my lungs. I had sharp stabbing pain on the left side of my chest. I was lightheaded, dizzy, and my heart was racing, and I could not catch my breath. From September to February, every time I go into my primary care provider, she wouldn't listen to me. She would push it off. She would give me a different medication. She never really got to the root cause of why my heart was racing, why I couldn't catch my breath. And it wasn't until I landed in the emergency room that they figured out I had blood clots in my lungs. Chad called me and said it was a pretty serious condition that I had and wanted to follow up with me in order to kind of give me a full scope on what was going on because I didn't really understand it. It was really good. I got a lot of information I didn't know previously. I got a lot of information kind of broke down to where I understood it. So I knew what I needed to do, what I needed to say, and how I needed to approach my primary care provider in order to get the treatments I needed. Very prepared because he was able to read my file and actually go over it. He didn't walk in and say, okay, what's your problem? He knew what my problem was before he came in, and he was able to explain to me, this is a very serious condition, and this is what you need to do in order to help yourself get better. Scott Alexander was pretty good. He listened to me. He knew that there were issues coming out of the emergency room, and he was able to kind of intake all that information and say, all right, this is what I think needs to be done. This is what we should do step by step in order to get it resolved. He found the spring from the Esher that came out of my tube and had implanted itself into my uterus, therefore agitating the inner lining and causing small bleeds. I had an oblation, and that's the burning of the uterus lining, and that was able to slow my bleeding down. I'm doing a lot better. My oxygen saturation's up. I can move and I don't get winded. I can sleep at night. I'm able to lay flat. I can do pretty much anything I did. I just have to watch my Coumadin levels. It's made it a lot better. I get what I need from my primary care provider, any specialists I need to see. I get a response from them. I can take my paperwork in, what we've worked on here at home, and they're able to look at it versus just a quick 15-minute overview of my chart and say, oh, now I'm seeing this problem you have at home within this 15-minute time frame that I have, and this is how I can treat it. Because I have somebody that listens to me, and if I have a problem, I can call and I get an immediate response. It's not a day or two or a week or two that I have to wait to get in to see somebody. You know, I can write down my issue, my problem, and then I can go over it. If they give me something I'm not aware of, I don't know, I have a question, I can call and I get an immediate response. I think without it that a lot of people are going to die because the primary care providers don't have enough time to take in what you're saying, what you're doing, and so therefore the insurance company's paying out 10 times more for unnecessary emergency room visits.